Lately, I've been having conversations and contemplating out with myself now. Damn, what am I doing wrong? Reminiscing on summers in the kitchen with naked women, they counting up chickens. Damn, man, it's been so long. Why this shit go left when you trying to live right? Everybody trying to tell you how to feel. Trying to shuffle through this thing called life is hella hard, cause one false move, it'll get you killed. That's why I'm past the aggression, but passive aggressive when it comes to lack of respect. Then I have to protect, and if it comes to packing the tech, then I have to confess that I will. Damn right, yeah, I'm still that nigga, the different one, not the little that never been with the children. Child ain't got no filter, the one that everybody calls a real nigga. I'm just trying not to be a real nigga. Yeah, last night I had a vision that I was dead broke, didn't even have a penny. Got up on my ass and said, Shirley, go and get it. Yeah, I'm talking to myself, cause he the only one that listens. Praying to the Lord, hoping one day he will forgive me all these sins I committed. Drugs, money, and women gotta take me from a flaw, cause I'm all me. If there's a heaven for a G, I need a motherfucking key. Talk to him. They say the good die young, and I'm cause I'm still living, fighting with some decisions while trying to stay persistent with their real shit. Basically, I don't know how to act, bitch. But she don't understand that music makes me happy. What happens when I'm not on the road, when I'm not in the yo, when I'm not doing shit? Let's think about it. Yeah, I'm not fucking hoes, I'm just out doing work. I'm accomplishing goals, they go communicate with some fornication. Look, girl, I'm sorry, probably take out the mob, but 24 just ain't promised. The thought of me wasting time makes a nigga wanna buy me to clean it up. They gon' hide it while listening to the Carter too. Hey, yeah, I got that money on my man, you feel me? Shit, I'm trying to be the best that never lied on the track. Now, can you believe that? Can we achieve that? While minding our beeswax and counting up these stacks. You know money ain't a thing, went from scraping up some change just to eat to buy some change, just to sit up on the fucking show. Said a nigga gotta shine if I don't do nothing else. Hey, cause I'm that nigga, the different one, not the little that never been with the children. Child ain't got no bills to the one that everybody calls a real nigga. I'm just trying not to be a real nigga. Yeah, last night I had a vision that I was dead broke, didn't even have a penny. Got up on my ass and said, Drelly, go and get it. Yeah, I'm talking to myself, cause he the only one that listens. Praying to the Lord, hoping one day he forgive me all these sins I committed. Drugs, money, and women gotta take me from a flaw, cause I'm all me. If there's a heaven for a G, I need a motherfucking key. Talk to him now.
What's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Tamala Niece. I'm here with the missus of Peachy Tea Time at 92.3 The Hits, baby. What it do? Period, poo.
Period, poo. Hey, what's going on, y'all? Now, I know y'all like, wait a minute. Something missing. Something ain't right. Where is the intro? I know. I already know. But there's a reason behind that. Let me go ahead and bring up my co-host. Co-host.
Yeah. What up, though? What up?
What it do? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Jason. Jason in the building, baby.
Yes,
Jason
sir.
is in the building for Peachy News. I didn't change my wording for this. But for Peachy News, Jason is in the building.
Much
Jason,
love. I appreciate you.
It's been
good
a while.
Holidays and good times. We back.
We are back and we going strong, baby. We is going strong. I'm so excited. Like I told everybody on Monday, every show this week, including on Saturday, we will have a new intro for every single show. So I'm very excited to introduce to you all the new intro. Jason has not seen it yet. So that's why, that's why I didn't play it first. He told me, the missus, I would like for you to wait. And then they can see my reaction. And I'm like, okay, cool. So for each and every one of you, all these intros I made myself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so geek. I'm so happy, baby. We up in here. So, Jason, I hope you enjoy it. Each and every one of you, I hope you enjoy this intro just as well. I put a lot into it. And here we go.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
All right,
Damn.
Jason.
Yo.
Give me your reaction, baby. Give me your reaction. How I do?
Wow. Wow. Hold on, man. That was spectacular. Oh,
Can we go? Let's just do it one more again. One more again for the road. One more again.
That was fire.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Wow. That's crazy.
Jason, if we keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody got to clean it up, baby.
I love how you said you was going to take that clip. Like you wanted that clip. We talked about that a long time ago.
Yes.
And you came through exactly with that one little cutout that you wanted. That's fire. That's fire.
Thank you. That's
Great
my favorite
job.
clip.
That is awesome.
Thank you, Jason. I'm really glad that you love it. You like it.
No, that is
whatever.
Awesome. Everything from the music to the clips, man. You captured so much that we've been through and you've been through in these last few months, all in that intro. So great job, man. For real.
Thank you.
Salute
Thank
to you.
Thank you so much. Now, with that being said, let me put my plug in right quick. Anybody that need help with commercials, intros, outros, holla at your girl, the missus, baby. I got you. Now, it is going to be a small fee, but don't worry about it. I got you.
Don't worry about it.
I get you the player's price.
You got to say, I got the hookup. You know what I'm saying?
They get the
female
price.
Master P.
Yeah, make them say, Jason, I'm so glad we're back, man. I'm so glad that we are back, baby, in the building. So we're going to go ahead and get started, y'all. We did have some technical difficulties, unfortunately. Everyone that has been a guest on my show knows that I do ask that each and every guest come on my show at least 15 minutes early so that we can make sure that the camera's right, the mic is right, everything is on point. Unfortunately, our guest, he was not able to log in. He was able to log in, but the technical difficulties was just too much. So what we did was we had to improvise, and we do still have him on the show. He will just be a call in. Okay, so he's on the line right now. His name is Mr. Frank Matthews. And before I introduce him up, I must say this. Shout out to the main event, man. Shout out to I Am the Main Event Conversations, the first song that we played on the show tonight For those that missed it, you'll be able to see the playback. But I played his video. Main event is the shit. Everything, y'all know it's explicit language and everything is allegedly. But main event, he's been on my show at Hits 92.3. He's the truth. I appreciate him so much. And that's who that was at the beginning of the show. Conversations by I Am the Main Event. And you can find him on all platforms. All right. Now that I got that out the way, we got Mr. Frank Matthews, you all, on the show tonight. You can, let me show y'all. This is him on the flyer that we have and that I've been showing you all. Jason have been showing it, kicking it out. Frank has been kicking it out just as well. And like I said, he was not able to log in. I had him up here earlier. Everything was working fine, but all of a sudden now we was having technical difficulties. So he is on the line. Frank, would you like to say hello?
How y'all doing? My name is Frank Matthews. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
I've been incarcerated for 25 years, right? So, I just came here tonight just to tell my story as well as to give a lot of the youth some advice, so how to avoid this system and still be successful in life without choosing certain obstacles or certain situations that put you in a position where you have to go through what I'm going through right now.
All right. Now, I know y'all heard him. He will be joining us for the rest of the show. We're going to try to keep it at a minimum tonight. We will have the phone lines open. So if you all want to call in, let me go ahead and post it right now. Can you call in right now? No. But if you want to write this number down, you'll go ahead and write it down for when I tell y'all can call in. But you cannot call in right now. Okay? So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start off with Frank. I'm just going to go ahead and break the ice right quick. For those that has been watching me post, watching Jason post, about us talking with an inmate tonight. And he is an inmate incarcerated in Atlanta, Georgia. Do I know him? No, I do not know him. Frank reached out to me back in the beginning of the year, I believe it was. Frank, was it the beginning of the year?
Of last year, not this
last year. Okay, of last year. Yeah, last year. I'm
sorry.
He reached out 2 days ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Yes, he actually reached out to me when I was on my other platform, but I was not checking my messages like I was supposed to. So I did go through my phone trying to delete out some because I get so many messages. So I tried to delete out some, and then I ran into his, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this man has been sending me commentary, his music. He does music in prison." And everyone knows that I work at the radio station just as well. His 92.3, the real definition of internet radio, baby. Yes. And he been shooting me his music and everything. And finally, I reached out to him, asked him, did he want to come on the show in studio? And that's when he told me he was incarcerated and that he wouldn't be able to come into the studio, but he still would be able to come on the show. So what better episode to have him on than Peachy News, baby? And we still gonna play his music. What? That's how we do it. You know what I'm saying? He do something for me, I do something for him. But seriously, he is incarcerated for murder. He has been incarcerated for 25 years, as he just said. And he went in at the age of 18 years old. Frank? 19? Okay, 19 years old.
Yes.
And now, was that when you were sentenced?
I was sentenced when I was like 21.
Oh, okay, but when they locked you up, you was 19.
I was 19.
Okay.
Hold on, cause somebody, what?
What did he say, Jason?
I didn't hear him.
Oh,
Hold up.
okay.
They called some type of numbers in my phone. Hold up, quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, he's 43 years old right now. And Frank, just feel free to talk when you're ready. But he's 43 years old. Okay, you ready?
Here's the situation right here. I want to say it like this.
I can't hear you,
June
Frank.
25th, you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
You hear me?
Yes.
All right. In the summer of June 25th, 1997, an incident transpired in the city of Atlanta, on the west side of Atlanta. Well, it was a drug war transpired. 8 days later, my name come up in a situation. I ended up incarcerated. From that point on, I was prosecuted 26 months later, pertaining to her as being the suspect of a murder. 2004, I come back to court. I get 25 years back. I still was in the system doing a life sentence. I went through the system through trial and tribulations, fighting with the administration, fighting with 13 officials, for almost like 10 years until I sat down and really just got my life in line and put all my priorities in order and re-educated myself to reestablish myself and surface the politics with more people, more outside the people that I was dealing with in order to get a lot of things in order so I can survive through the course of me doing my time. The process of that, I ended up putting up to a lot of social workers. They did a lot of investigation in my case. They found out like December 6th, 2019, that the grand jury was never present within my case and that the prosecutor whereas with another police department used that as a platform in order to incarcerate me for the maximum time of at that particular time with like 23 years or what's the time I have been in prison stuff. So in the process of this, I have got myself together and educate myself on small business and stuff like that, and whether it's music entertainment. And I invested in some money that I had, that my grandma had, let me when she had down and stuff, and some other money I had that I invested in a record label. And I built my record label, and I ran my record label from where I'm running from right now, which is prison. And that's a true story behind what's going on.
Look. First and foremost, man, I'm glad you moving and you on your feet for the most part. But I want to say this before we move on to anything else. If anybody out there in 2022 can't get a job, can't make a job, or can't do nothing, you need to go ahead and just jump off a cliff backwards, frontwards, and around in a circle. This man is doing 25 years in state penitentiary of Georgia, and he got a whole record label. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
A whole record label.
A whole business entrepreneur.
And a publication.
That's awesome. Now, you also train. You train for what is it, martial arts?
Yeah, Movie Thai or Peachy, Two Chan or Wing Chun Kung Fu and a lot.
Okay.
Man, but he about to come out of prison a whole action figure.
A whole action figure on him. A whole action figure on him. And you know what? I have a surprise for you, Frank. I'm going to play something. I hope can you still see the show?
I'm gonna definitely see the show, right? If I probably tune in to probably YouTube or Facebook or something like that.
No, I'm talking about can you see us now?
Yeah, so currently he cannot see it, but he will tune in later.
Okay.
Now what I'm saying is I can go to Facebook right now while we on here and probably go to the show, right?
Okay. Well, what I'm about to do now is I'm finna play a video of yours, okay? And I'm gonna play the martial arts video. All right, here we go. And this is Frank Matthews, you all. This is him incarcerated. And this is him rapping just as well on the music. So here we go.
Duke's music.
Yo, Dukes, when you tell me. Don't believe what happened like a movie till I document my memory. What happened in the 80s and the 90s what preserved me for the industry. Could have been another fall and hit it like my peer came before and after me. But I bounced back, took my form of an athlete. Previously, the athlete ain't ready for me. Try to steal my dynasty, speaking ill upon my legacy. Like I don't recognize the mold of a beat. Tell me son never rose in the E. Shorty trying to kill me out of curiosity. Feel the top away, deep sleep. The sun never came. Full of focus on position, way bigger than a king. They say I'm selfish because I'm all about.
All right, y'all. That's Mr. Matthews, baby. That's Mr. Matthews in the building. Frank, I think this is awesome what you're doing. But can you hear me, Frank?
I'm more definitely hearing you.
Okay. I think this is awesome what you're doing. Now, was you doing any type of martial arts before getting locked up, or this is something that you learned within the 25 years?
Now, I actually, hold on. I get that out. I was on his show.
What'd you say?
And look, I learned this in the course of doing my 25 years.
He learned that in the course of his 25 years. So the
you
time that
learned
he
that
was
in the
in
course
there,
of your 25
he learned
years.
it in that time frame. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Now,
learned in the course of my 25 years.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Now, I do have a few questions for you, me and Jason. So I'm just gonna dive right on in. Do you feel like prison? Let's start with that. Do you feel like prison has prepared you to be released? Because I know that you got life with parole.
Prison haven't. I'm telling you the truth, right? Prison haven't prepared me for nothing. What prison have prepared me for is me preparing for myself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And in the process of this, you are the only one that can rehabilitate yourself once you come in tune with who you really are. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, for real.
The system that they have fabricated for y'all is really not beneficial for us, not beneficial for y'all, because that's why they kept me out with so much money. You know what I'm saying? But we are rehabilitating ourselves in here because I'm not the only one in here that are gifted with skills and have applied them skills. You know, it's a lot of us in here that doing this to take care of our families and take care of our business and make sure that people around us are straight and stuff and what they're trying to provide for the youth out there. It's just not being as far as being publicized and they're not getting the credit that they deserve and stuff. So, within the process of me growing up around these guys, they helped me redevelop myself to go out there in society, to adjust to society. As I'm put like this, as I communicate with society, it also gives me the opportunity to learn how to cope with society and deal with corporate America instead of going back to the lifestyle that I originated from.
Okay. Now, being incarcerated for 25 years, what have you learned about the choices that you made to get in there?
I made some wrong choices, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say it like I'm proud of them, but, some of them choices helped me, you know what I'm saying, develop who I am right now because if I wouldn't have made them choices, I probably would have ended up dead like a lot of people that died around me. I probably would have ended up more time than I actually got. I could have been one of these guys out here really strung out on drugs or just out here just being misused without even having the educated that I got right now, right?
Okay.
If that makes sense, y'all, just being real.
Man.
It makes a lot of sense.
Blown away by that answer. That's awesome.
Yes. And I'm gonna ask one more question before we get into this clip. Who do you blame for the choices that you made in 1997?
I blame myself because you know what I'm saying, sometimes you can make indecisive choices for you and the people around you when they're not ready to ask you, you know what I'm saying? They're not involved in their own situation, and you can be too. Sometimes you can be too offensive, dealing with family and dealing with friends and stuff, and you can get outside your character and lose yourself. So I'm gonna say I fought myself for that.
And it take a split moment, don't it?
That's all it takes.
A split moment.
Yeah, one of my favorite podcasters I listen to is Wallow and off $1 Million Game, and he did the same thing. He's 25 years. I think he even did 30 actually. He went in and he said it took him 5 seconds to make that decision and gave him 30 years in prison. He goes, you got, and this is him talking to these younger children. He goes, literally the decisions y'all make can be 5 seconds, or a second where you're robbing someone, or a half a second it took to pull a trigger or a knife or whatever that weapon was for you to get murdered. Not you in particular, Frank, but someone in that situation of yours, in the same situation. It takes 1 to 5 seconds to give you 30 lifelong years in incarceration. So it's crazy. It's crazy to know and hear from someone that is actually knowing the difference between the two. So thanks for sharing that information.
Bro.
Exactly.
I'm keeping real with you, know what I'm saying? It's a blessing for you to actually get locked up today because the police actually different today. You know what I'm saying? You got some people not willing to cuff up or they trying to explain and stuff and they getting killed right there on the spot. They didn't get an opportunity to go to court. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
Or they working 9 to 5 and they still getting mistaken for somebody.
Wow. Now, when you got sentenced, did you expect them to give you that life sentence?
Not actually, but then as I realized what's going on, and you know what I'm saying, it took about 7 years to come to realization of that.
Ooh, shit. Ooh. Yeah. Ooh. So you already did.
That's what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a strong believer, Frank, that when you get these 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-olds even, and you give them that life sentence like that, or 20 years, 15 years, I don't think it actually registered to them right away. Like, it got to take some time to sink in.
Wow, so it took you over.
You got to lose some serious pieces. And what I mean by serious pieces, serious family communication, the way you had spoiled yourself on the street, for how you were living, the part of you lacking females around you, the materialistic part of it, and you just you just can't go home.
You just can't go. You can't get in that bed that you had bought 20 days ago or 100 days.
You don't have no freedom to go to the club and nothing.
Nothing, man. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough.
Wow.
So 7 years in, you finally clicked. It was like, shit, I'm not getting out of here. I'm not. And you keep seeing hundreds of men in and out, like they going, whether they, getting longer bids or getting transferred to different places or getting out. And you like, damn, I'm not moving.
Not only that, I'm saying them that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying people getting molested and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I came in when it was really rough.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Than it was then. So I had to train myself. You know what I'm saying, to be prepared for the situation.
Exactly. And this is, not that one, that's the wrong one. This is Frank Matthews right here, not the one that you see on the background right now, but the one right here, Frank Matthews on the phone line with us. He is incarcerated at this time with a life with parole sentence. He was 19 years old when he got incarcerated, and he is now 43 years old. So we're gonna go ahead and play this little clip. Frank, I really hope you be able to hear it, but if not, I'm sure you saw the clip because I sent it to you. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and here we go.
I'm excited today because I have two of the guys who were notorious in our neighborhood for gang banging, drugs, all the kind of stuff that we've been trying to change. And I'm glad because they're not only here today, but they're reformed, they've changed their lives, and they both work for our organization, Project Hood. Can you believe that? So I want to introduce to all of my Fox family and all of those who are watching and listening, I want to introduce to you Dale, that we call him Big Dale. You can see he getting smaller now though. He was bigger, he was a lot bigger. This is Big Dale, and this is Twin, and his real name is Varney. And these guys, if you can believe it, were arch enemies. They were on two different sides. He was a GD, gangster disciple. He was a B, a black disciple. And they all both lived in the same neighborhood, but it was conflict. So I'm gonna let them tell their story, and we're gonna talk about how the conflict has been resolved, how lives have been changed, and years later now, they're doing something to change our neighborhood. So welcome, guys. Absolutely. So, Dale, I'm gonna start with you. Take us back a little bit to where you all used to feud and how that came about. What did you all used to be doing in the neighborhood?
Man,
besides tearing up everything.
Well, we tore the neighborhood up. Seriously tore it up. It was a different demographic, a different day. We mainly fought about money. We mainly fought about real estate. Killing and fighting was different back then because it was a purpose to us. We looked at things different. Like now, so many kids die from minute problems. Me and Twin, we can see each other on any given day. And if he in the wrong spot or in the wrong place, we're gonna get to it right then. It's drop of a hat. So it was kind of like mapped off. They was where they was at, we was where we was at. But if we ever bumped up, it was serious business. Real serious business. And the thing that back then, there wasn't no social media. So a lot of things didn't get
Publicized
as it do these days. But Twin, we wasn't that cool back then.
Twin, let me hear what you got to say. I hear Dale talking about how y'all weren't that cool back then, but take us back from your perspective, how it used to be in the neighborhood, and also how far away from y'all, how many blocks? Because I don't think people really understand how close these blocks are that are in conflict.
Oh, well, it was 1 block radius. I mean,
one block.
We was on Calumet. They was on Prairie. We was on 61st, and Calumet, they was on 61st and Prairie. But I mean, you gotta understand, back in our days, even though we had conflict, we had violence taking place, we had structure. Let's not skip that part. We had structure, meaning, let's not take away from Dale. He was the good. Good meaning he was a big boss. He called it for the neighborhood. So everything that take place, it had to go through his accord. It had to come off his account. If he sanctioned it to happen, it happened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And it was the same thing on my end, vice versa. I had the spot, the minister spot, co-minister spot, or chief of security. When we was out gang banging, we were gang banging. But let's talk about the part that we really wanted people to understand. When we said that was peace, you wasn't breaking that peace treaty.
That was over.
All right. Now, there I go. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, y'all. So I wanted to stop it right there. Because one thing, thank you, Jason. One thing that he said that stuck out to me was structure. Structure within I would say maybe the gang members he was basically reciting.
Right. The organization. Yeah.
Exactly. And they basically, if they would say, stop, don't be out there shooting, is the block getting hot? Everybody ceased. They don't have that nowadays. Do they, Jason?
They more definitely don't.
Oh, go ahead, Frank.
You know, it basically like, you know, just keeping it real, it has to change like a purge situation, right? And at the end of the day, we basically doing the job for the system itself. You see what I'm saying? So, you
Yep.
know, that's why I defer it. That's why I changed it. You see what I'm saying? Because I know it's wrong, and a whole bunch of other people know it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got a lot of folks that's playing along with it because there's something to hide behind. You know, when you lose your identity, you lose everything. So therefore, you clinch on to what you feel like suits you best. You know what I'm saying? So you know, I have seen some that are intelligent, that know better, why they're involved in what they're involved in, and I have seen some that go down the drain. You know what I'm saying? So I have seen more that have chose the right path, even though they're involved in what they're involved in, turn situations to where it becomes beneficial to them, and they start, you know, betting on start doing their own thing. So I can say that you can change at any given time whenever you choose to change.
Frank, let me ask you this. You done been in there for 25 years. So I know you done seen a
Yeah,
lot of young kids come in there.
but
So how do you talk to them when they come in?
you know, just like I just gave it to you, you know what I'm saying? You know, it get even raw because, you know, I got hands on for how I deal with it because I'm not affiliated, but, you know, I deal with everybody. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, they clinch on to me because I got something more, I got something more to show them because I'm more historical and tune with who we really are instead of what, you know, what the type of history they give to America. And they're more interested, these young guys, because their mind is already fourth dimensional in so many ways, even without the drugs. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I deal with them as how they supposed to be dealt with by probably their father, their uncle, or somebody asking to trust like a mentor.
Okay, okay. Now, one other question. When they come in, because I'm sure you've seen all different ages. The ones that come in at a young age, like when you came in, how do you talk to them as far as the ones that's facing life? The ones that don't quite get it just yet, it haven't sunk in. What would you say to them?
If I can get my hands on myself, I sit back and I put it back till like I observe and I see and I show them how to observe it. Because a lot of times it's just because you're caught up in the moment. So I sit back and I let him watch for a couple of days, then I let him come back and really tell me what he actually seen for himself. And then if he caught on what he caught on to it, then I show him basically how it would talk to me. But if he don't catch on, then I know I'm dealing with somebody that actually don't even want to pay attention.
That's great. That's awesome. Because you get a knucklehead in there, you can't change a knucklehead. And I've been hearing that in your language this
Now,
whole conversation is like you're not going to be someone's not going to change unless they want to. So
you won't
sometimes
have to
you
change it. No, I can't force you to change. You know
that
what I'm saying?
part.
I can only show you the right direction.
Right. That's the old saying. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink it. Type of a deal.
But,
Man, that's
and that's dangerous too. These days right here is dangerous because they're emotional. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Because, you know,
sir.
you talk to a man that now used to being talked to like a man, you know what I'm saying? He really done create a whole nother altercation. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Frank, I want to bring it a little more personal. I want to ask about your um urge or to learn the disciplines that you've learned so far. So earlier in our conversation, you spoke on teaching yourself Wing Chun and a few other disciplines that are now under your belt. What was the cause for that?
It was, you know, it's like this, you know, when I grew up, I was infatuated with Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? I was infatuated with like Ilk Man. And then once I got incarcerated, I learned about Johnny Yen. I learned about Tony Jaa. I had a cousin well, I had two cousins that met with martial art. Then I was around guys in here that learned mixed martial art. They know they box. You know what I'm saying? They stood up for a righteous cause for possessing that type of power and stuff. And it was something that I was intrigued by because I was always a fighter anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Understood.
So I look at it as part of a business aspect as when I get out, I can use it for security to build a bodyguard system to protect a lot of celebrities and for to protect the communities without using, you know, for as arms like a lot of folks use arms and stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I look at it as a business market and where there's a discipline range of me actually taking control of my mind and my mind taking control of my body.
There it is. I was waiting to hear that.
Yes, yes,
That's it.
yes,
Because
yes.
that's a lot of them, especially one that you mentioned, and I just mentioned it as well. Wang Chung. That isn't more of an attack discipline that one learns.
That defense.
That is right. It's a lot of defense. So what you know is if anybody knows out there, Wing Chun is the art that was taught to Bruce Lee. And if anybody knows about Bruce Lee, he was never the one to be the attacker. He was the one to defend or even stop the altercation. So to learn that is amazing, but it didn't deal with a lot of the physical attributes of it. It dealt with your mind and your body in totality. So exactly. So if you're able to control a lot of your emotions and who you are as a person, you're now able to control your surroundings around you as well, because you're moving, like he would say, fluid like water. And if you understand anything like water, it can be extremely dangerous or it can be extremely calming to one, depending on how you utilize it. So it's amazing to hear yourself now after 25 years and counting that you're starting to master not only your body but your mind, especially in the place that you're in. So thank you for that.
Exactly. All right. Well, we finna go into some more of this clip. I won't be playing it all, but what I will do, like I always tell you all, I will put it on my website, which is www.peachytime.com. I also have merchandise on the website as well as my blog. So here we go, y'all. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? See, this is the part that I really want y'all to understand. When we said that was peace, you couldn't break that peace treaty. If you broke that peace treaty, it was my end or his end, you was going to the hospital. Because that's what's the structure back then. You know what I'm saying? So that was the most important part of us having this conversation right now, starting off, that I want people to understand. There's no unity, there's no structure. And we wasn't considered as gangbangers either. You know what I'm saying? We call ourselves businessman because we was about business. We was about making some money at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? But despite all the money we made, all the violence that we participate in, it still boils down to the number one thing. We messed up our community with the activities that we brought to our community. I want y'all to understand that much.
And let me just share this. And you both know what I was going to talk about, and I wanted to bring up something because when you go down a certain track, a certain lifestyle, you end up bringing your kids into that lifestyle sometime.
That's
and I know it was never intended, and I know it even hurts for us to even talk about it. Not, but I want to talk about it because I need people to understand. And I know y'all, so y'all, I love y'all. Y'all love me, so I don't have to pull punches. But your son was shot, and he's in a wheelchair, paralyzed.
My son was shot.
Your namesake too.
Yeah,
Little Barney.
My firstborn was shot. Somebody pulled up on him. He was in a car, shot at him 30 times, and he got hit one time in the back and it paralyzed him. So he's paralyzed from the chest down. He's been paralyzed for 5 years now. And when that situation took place, I was just coming home from jail. Due to the fact that I knew my son was out in the streets doing street activities, the city thought maybe that it was going to be an uproar, but I took to social media, something I really don't do. But I wanted the world to know and understand that there would not be a retaliation despite what happened to my son, because at the end of the day, I know he's in the street. I know he has caused harm on somebody else's child, so there won't be no retaliation. And I just thank God that my son, you know what I'm saying, that perished from this incident, even though he's paralyzed, but I had to sit him down and help him understand it's a timeout for a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, because we're losing a lot of kids' lives in the process of the situation.
Absolutely. And then, twin son was shot, even though he was paralyzed, he lived. Right. And he still got a chance to, him and his son, to resolve a lot of conflicts and issues, and they got a great relationship. And but in your situation, just recently, your son was shot.
I lost my son
and didn't make it.
But it's like even with twin son, and it's so fresh for me with my son. But I'm glad we get a chance to shine a light on it, because a lot of these other kids need to know and really understand, in spite of whatever we do or whatever we go, I could call twin son right now. And when he answers the phone or I FaceTime, you see me, what's up, huh? And the same thing with my son.
Exactly.
So the thing is with these kids, and what they don't understand is they fighting a lie. And that's what we had to grow up and understand. And it's like so long, like 7 years ago, 8 years ago now, why I changed my life. Because I started seeing my kids grow older. And I started seeing them picking up my habits. So I had to change my life. I came to the church. Pastor gave me a chance. We reformed and we switched it. That's the reason why I'm here with Twin now and with Pastor. And we fight so hard for the community center or things like that we need, because these kids don't have a chance, or they don't have a right target. They got to aim, but their aim is going back to them and killing each other. Their aim is not, okay, well, we gonna get up and we'll go to the community center and they might have these jobs for us, or they might have this studio for us, or they might have this. They don't have the same privileges as a kid maybe 100 miles away.
All right, y'all. One of the things that he said a lot. They both said a lot, that we can, all three of us can feed off of. But one of the things that I want to speak on is when, and I hope I'm not saying the wrong thing to where I offend anybody, because I'm not trying to offend nobody at all whatsoever. But you have to be mindful of the things that you do as a teenager, as a child in your 20s, which you're considered an adult at that time. But 18, 19, 20, 21, I still feel like they really don't know, exactly what they're doing out here in this world. So you have to still be mindful of what you do, because you're going to have kids, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
You
Most
see where
likely.
I'm getting at with this, Jason?
Yeah, most likely. Yep.
You don't know how things is going to come back on you. You don't know. And I'm not saying what they did in the past caused their kids to be shot and killed and the other one is paralyzed. But what I will say is be mindful
Right.
of what you're doing out here in this world.
Right.
Am I
But
right?
only
Right.
one thing I'll say too, though, is one, you have to pay attention to what the big guy said. He said his son started to do what he did. So you're a direct reflection of what they see and what they want to be. So it is something that you do have to pay close attention to, so they can decide to pick the right direction instead of the same lane that you took, because they find it to be quick, and you got that money and everything that's being shown to
And
you, the
they
glitz
see
and
that.
glam. They want to react to that. But I do have a question for you, which I think is absolutely important, Frank. Seeing that you're currently incarcerated in the state penitentiary in Georgia, and I wonder if they're working on it like they are in other states, prison reform. Are you actively seeing anything that allows you to be, or anyone that you've been with or around, that has gained an advantage from prison reform?
A lot of people that have gained advantage of this situation. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that have did more time than me are constantly get out every day now. You know what I'm saying? But how we've been dealing with the situation is, we're dealing with how people deal with like senators, politicians, or for like mayors and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the new city council, we want to they're looking to a lot of our cases and stuff right now because upon the jurisdiction that we fell upon you had just a time how that was really railroad a lot of them due to the fact that we didn't have money or we didn't know the law, so it was like a swap out anyway. So a lot of cases that he had upon him are being reinvestigated anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's not as far as the recovery, it's the cover up that the state have used itself in order to, run the industrial complex. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
So, the recovery is a cover up for them saying that they have a fine needle. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, in order to transfigurate somebody, you're going to have to rehabilitate that person. That person has to rehabilitate themselves. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I wouldn't use that as a form of making an answer for a question, you know what I'm saying, like that, because, you know what I'm saying, I know how it is. I'm here every day, you know what I'm saying. What I'm going to tell you is, the truth is that the system got to do better, you know what I'm saying. We got to do better, and that's on both ends within the society and where the society deals with us, because I have learned myself that we can get a lot done together, you know what I'm saying, because I have reached out myself, and I'm dealing with a lot of people around the world. I'm just not dealing with far as talking to y'all, you know what I'm saying. I'm talking to everybody around the world now, you know what I'm saying, and
Correct.
I have made myself known to the world, not only through my music, but for paying for my own appearance to get out here to let everybody know that I'm alive, that I have been treated as a form of me doing the things I have done in my past, which I had to make the transition. I mean, not the transition, but the tradition of how I was raised as well, too. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's the only, you know, I'm keep real with you. If my grandma would have died in 2015, and that's the only person that I knew I could trust in the world, that she had prepared me for this, and she was the first person that ever gave me a real education for a black education when I was young. I had to hide my education from my immediate family and whatever, from a lot of people and stuff. Until I got incarcerated, I started using it then. But it come from the roots of what she had taught me, because that was my mother. You know what I'm saying? So when
Mm-hmm.
she died, it automatically, instead of tearing me down, it pushed me, because she always told me, when I leave the world, you got to start fending for yourself. You see what I'm saying? You're going to be
Yes,
able to
sir.
trust everybody like me. I'm going to be able to trust everybody. So I see everything falling out around me while I was on High Max now, 2015. You know what I'm saying? And I seen how everybody actually was, for real. After the heat of that, instead of becoming bitter, I transfigurated and I created what I got going on now.
Nice. Do you think if you were to get free within the next, let's say, 5 years, do you think you'll be able to hit the track running without a skip and not encounter recidivism? Do you feel like you'll have a strong hold on reality and that fine tune to being like, I got this and can keep moving?
Well, definitely.
I love it.
Is you gonna be
Well,
scared?
definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Is you gonna be scared to come
No,
out
because
into this world?
I'm gonna show you why I'm not. Because you got to realize, you know, I've been incarcerated for 25 years. I have been active like that in society. You see what I'm saying? I'm not one of the people that's been behind the wall. I've been coping and dealing with the welfare of society just like y'all been dealing with. Because I don't have to pay bills for him too.
Oh
You see
wow,
what
yeah,
I'm
that's
saying?
true. That's true.
I don't have
That
to pay
is
for
true.
lawyers. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to help people get cars. I had to pay, you know, put people in houses and stuff, and apartments and all types of stuff. Same way if I had to do it, if I was on the street, pay losses just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So I'm human, just like everybody else is.
Now, what are some of the challenges that you've dealt with in being incarcerated?
Or not taking heed to a lot of things that other people told me when I was young, right? You know what I'm saying? And I had to go through it, you know, for a form of, you might want to say, slavery. To keeping it real with you, you know what I'm saying? Because
Mm,
this is not normal, you know what I'm saying? You know, if you look at the 13 Amendment, you'll come to the right. It'll show you that it really is slavery. And it really means that they use you for manipulation. You know what I'm saying? So, you know,
yeah.
the hard wear and tear for a mental, physically, spiritually would have told every person down if you wouldn't have found some type of way to learn how to clinch on, you know what I'm saying? Not only just the creator itself, but to clinch on to the reality is if you die here, everything that you really fought for in life, it's really gonna be a waste of time. You see what I'm saying? So
Oh,
I had to start living. You see what I'm saying? Now, I mean,
right.
living. I had to start get back in tune with society and uh, this, I'm trying to detach myself away from being here every day. You see what I'm saying? Because this would change you more darker than you actually was on the street if you don't find some type of way to find some type of life.
There it is. Now without spilling the beans or giving out too much sauce, I need the tea, man. Now the technical difficulty
We want
was
the tea. We want the
we
tea.
we were supposed to have
Okay,
you on a visual. We're supposed to have you on a visual. You are tuned in. You
okay.
mic the how like for me, I've been seeing people on TikTok. I've been seeing people on social media. Like you in a whole like you whole prison. Like y'all in there. How is it
Yeah.
possible that you know what I'm saying? You got a phone plan, you got Cash App, you got all this stuff. How is this possible? Don't spill too much.
Hey
Don't give
man, you
away too
know,
much.
I'm saying like this right. I plead the fifth on that, right?
What he say, Jason?
He
What he
said, I plead the fifth on now, and I already feel it. I
You know
mess
what I'm
with it.
saying?
I mess with
Yeah,
it.
well,
Good
definitely
answer.
plead the fifth on that, right? You know what I'm saying?
Good answer. Hey,
Great
here's the
answer.
thing.
All I can say is right here, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, listen, come in many disguises. You know what I'm saying? You know, how you choose to use it, and when you know what I'm saying, you actually learn how you know what I'm saying, maybe to actually gain what you need to gain as far as your freedom or a piece of fantasy with dealing with the situation that we face there. You know what I'm saying?
That's 100%.
Exactly.
And that brings me back to the official beginning of what we were saying, or what I was saying earlier. If you do not have your shit together while you outside, something wrong with you, because someone that has limited access to any and everything has full access to absolutely everything. If you have a computer in your pocket, you should be making money every single day that you wake up. So someone that can't go outside and get a 9-to-5, work at McDonald's, do manual labor like that, and work for the man making money and sustaining life and giving back to their family that's on the outside, you should be able to do that right alongside them. So once again, I salute you, brother.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. So we're going to go ahead and go into one of your songs, Mr. Frank Matthews. And this song is actually called Taking the Lead. I listened to your album. I listened to the songs that you did. And this one right here, I liked. I really did like this one. Okay. So I wanted to share it and play it for everyone. Here we go. And I hope you guys like it. This is Frank Matthews, the gentleman that we have on the line, who is serving a life sentence with parole. He has been in there for 25 years. What did he say?
I was about to say nothing.
Yep.
My parole release date is July 5th, 2027, right?
There it is.
You heard me?
July 5th, 2022?
No, 2027. My parole release date is July 5th, 2027.
Oh, there it is. So his parole release date, July 5th, 2027.
July 5th, 2027 is his release date, correct?
Potential.
Okay, potential. His potential release date. So if he get out,
it's a wrap for you guys.
It's a wrap.
These lame ass motherfuckers that ain't really doing shit, that's just holding around waiting. It's a wrap for you guys. This man gonna come out with a full album, 3 albums by then, 3 security businesses, and 2 record labels. While y'all sitting around doing nothing, you little bums.
Don't say it like that. Don't say it like that.
I got my own adult entertainment being a tuner. I got my own adult entertainment being a tuner.
There you go. There you go.
Look, he got women working for him while he in the inside. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, here we go, y'all. We finna go ahead and get into his song called Taking the Lead. I hope you all like it. I like it. So here we go.
This shit went down on the field, man. Black Rock Enterprise. We in the building. That boy Frank Matthews. One shot, one kill. Been a pimp my whole life. Even a drug dealer had to make the right from the wrong to the right. Now this shit so complicated. Can't put shit together without reminiscing about shit that happened in the past and move forward to the future than the past. Found a new clique down for this paper, bitch. Even got a queen and got a visit for the shit. Gotta teach a lot of shit she already know though. But I gotta let that game share through the threshold. We gotta get this paper and be like kid them on a whole nother level. Nigga never seen a kid like this. Cause we ain't sell our soul to the devil, bitch. So purpose of a leader is to leave a team to a bigger means of responsibility. When you accumulate a dream of pride, pressure, no bullshit in between. So purpose of a leader is to leave a team to a bigger means of responsibility. When you accumulate a dreams, apply pressure, no bullshit in between. Learned a lot of wisdom from the craft fiend. Lights out, I want wisdom. Leave my kingdom more closer to the Lord. Keen of righteousness. Righteous in my eye, cause a lot of real nigga die before the time. So I'm generating mine. Got a perfect 40 punchline like a Egyptian god sipping wine. I'm trying to live a monument through the visions of my eye. Cause a lot of kids lie will live for eternity. Cause I made sacrifice for my team. Through the breeze of them keys in the maker. Got keys to the city. And I'ma take my honor cause I love my city. And I honor men and I ain't from my city. Real nigga shit can be beggars by the paper, bitch. Alone I sell my soul for the shit, which will never happen, bitch. Sole purpose of believer is to leave a team to a bigger means of responsibility. When you culminate a dream of power pressure, no bullshit in between. Sole purpose of a leader is to leave a team to a bigger mean of responsibility. When you culminate a dream of power pressure, no bullshit in between. P-Train Jones, welcome to the family, man. It's a major move, boy. You gotta take the lead from right there. I'm in here. I'm the visionary. You the visionary right there. We gotta make me, you, Eskimos, you, man. This the move. This how it going down, man. I got a whole bunch of shit going down. But we're gonna teach them the game, the way people move, man. More organized and militant, man. They'll get the clue. We're gonna make this shit happen. The blueprint must move forward. No capping, no rapping, man. Just rules and regulations. Paper moves. Moves that move strategic. You know how we do this shit. We analyze, strategize, organize, and utilize. Blueprints of success. Wall Street type of shit. But it come back and hit him in the head. Black Royalty Enterprise. Leave a bitch nigga dead. Black Royalty Enterprise. Salute.
He ain't playing with y'all. I must say, I'm sorry, Jason. I think I picked a good song.
Yo, Frank Matthews, sir, thank you for everything, bro. Because here's my thing. Once again, I listen to so much music and indie artists of all likes from just beginning, has been doing it for a minute, and their music can't sound anywhere close to yours. I got issues with that, bro. Once again, he's behind the bars, my guy, and came with his own set of bars, bro. Look at that.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: the quality of the song is actually pretty damn good for you putting it out on BandLab, bro.
Great job.
Thank you.
Great job. And I don't know if everyone is familiar with Benzino. Benzino was featured on Love and Hip Hop. He is the writer of the Source magazine back in the day. Is that right?
Yep. His daughters have some bangers out right now. Yeah.
Exactly. And Frank had an interview with him, with Benzino.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Frank is out here in these streets, y'all, and he trying to let y'all know he coming. He coming. Okay.
Shout out to Junior know me, BML Cash know me. You might want to say DJ Squirt know me, you know what I'm saying? Let me see, Drummer Squad J, DJ Flip, you know, the 808 Cartel. You know, y'all already know what's going on with them folks, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
The chat know me, you know what I'm saying? You know, hey, I'm out though, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real, I'm out though.
That's
why he calling shots.
Zimbabwe tribe know me over there. They know me over there in Brent. Zimbabwe tribe know me. So they deal with me over there in Brent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, Slicker One Music. You over there in Australia. You know me and him finna do a song together.
That's what's
and he worldwide. Shut your man. Look.
Now, Frank, did you receive the Can you check your IG while you're on the phone?
Oh, definitely.
Okay, so I sent you something, and I told you on there that we was gonna play a game. Did you get that message?
Hold on, let me check. Yeah, you think it's on IG, right?
Okay, you see it, Jason. Who is this putting this stuff in the chat, man? Who is these folks?
Called the bots, man, from YouTube. Those are bots.
Oh, that's who they are. Okay. Well, I guess I can't
Okay, I
cuss
see
him out
what
then.
you got going on.
Yeah,
Okay.
they ain't gonna know who you
Let's
are.
see, definitely on smash and dash.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna get into our game. So you do see them, right?
No, definitely.
Okay. So the game is called Rapper's Delight. Okay. And in Rapper's Delight, I'm gonna show you 5 different females. And these 5 different females you should definitely know. And you're gonna give me one number for each one. Okay. Now I'm looking
Okay.
at the numbers just as well. Number 1 is Let's Get Married. 2 is definitely gonna smash and dash. Number 3 is I'll Be Her Baby Daddy. Number 4 is We Gotta Collab. And number 5 is I'm not doing anything with her. Real shit. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And you can only give me one number at a time. Okay.
Okay.
And you cannot reuse the same number.
All right.
All right, so here we go. All right,
Might be
and
number
we
2,
are
huh?
back. Now here is the first person.
That's Erica
Erica
Badu.
Badu, baby. Erica Badu. Now, which one you gonna give me for Erica? What number? Erica Badu.
Say 5.
Number 5. Okay,
Yo.
so he said he ain't doing anything with her. Real shit.
Oh,
All
I'm
right.
lost on that one.
Yeah.
That's my whole baby mama. She about to be a
Hey, look,
whole
see, dang,
baby mama.
listen. Hey, hold on. Listen, she knew white man just like I am. All right. I know what she possessed. Like, she named.
That part. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She is from the
She
South
named.
like that.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, she changed 4 lives. You know what I'm saying? You know, we done seen the things, man. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I already know. You already know.
Yo.
All right, so here go the
Yo.
next person. Miss Lauren Hill. Lauren Hill. So which one are you gonna give me for Lauren Hill?
Let me see. I do 3 with her.
Number
Number
3.
3. Hmm?
I'll be her
Yeah, I do
baby
3 with her.
daddy. I'll be her baby daddy.
Oh, definitely.
All right. Now the next person. Missy Elliott, baby. Missy Elliott. What you gonna give me for Missy Elliott? Now you already used I'll be her baby daddy and that you ain't doing anything with her. So which one you gonna use?
I use number 4 for Miss Elliott.
Good choice. We gotta collab.
Yep.
That was a good choice for that one. Okay. Now the next one that we have is Miss Keisha Cole from the A.
Okay.
ATL's own. Keisha Cole, what you got? What you working?
Number 1.
He said that shit quick. Number 1, let's get married. Let's get married. All right. So you've used Let's Get Married. You've used I'll Be Her Baby Daddy. We gotta collab. And you've used I ain't doing anything with her. Real shit. So the last one is number 2. Definitely gonna smash and dash. And guess who your last pick is? You ready?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready.
Here it is. The Brat.
Facts.
Hold on, say it again. Oh, yeah, more definitely. Yeah, more definitely.
Facts. The Brat. Look, I understand.
Yeah, more definitely.
I understand she living under the rainbow, but look, facts. The Brat can get you facts.
Yeah, more definitely. Major salute.
Man. Yeah, man. I see you on the flip,
Y'all is a mess.
Man,
So
come on, man.
we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go ahead, Frank. We're gonna play this last clip because Jason do have to get out of here. So we're gonna play this last clip.
Okay.
and then we're going to go into our motivation, and then we'll be out of here. This clip I thought was very important to play. This is talking about how the police ain't shit and how they are hurting our people. And I just thought this was something that everyone should hear. So here we go.
African Americans account for a third of the city's 3 million residents. They mainly live in the south and west of the city, areas that have some of the highest levels of poverty. Areas like Gresham, where in 2013, preacher Catherine Brown, a volunteer working to improve relationships with the police, was driving home with her 2 children. How old are your children?
1 year old and 8 years old.
Okay.
We were getting ready to come into our driveway here at this house. The police and I, we met bumper to bumper. The passenger jumps out of the car and say, "Bitch, move that effing car back," and begin to come over towards me in a rage. So immediately when we heard the B, my daughter began to scream at the top of her lung, and it scared me. I locked the door, left the window up, and just grabbed my phone and dialed 911.
I am at my house trying to go to my driveway, and the police is right here holding me little children.
The one that was standing in front of me pulls his gun out. I said, "What the F are you reaching for?" And I'm thinking, oh, they finna try to kill me. And the only thing I could think of, you better get you and your kids to safety. So I put that car in reverse and I went as fast as I can out of that alley, trying to go on the front to get witnesses. I said, if they kill me, they ain't gonna kill me and my kids in this alley. They're gonna kill us in front of everybody.
I have my children in the car, and it's
Oh my God, she's crashed into you. Absolutely.
And you know, it's me and my 2 little babies in the car.
Yeah, I'm asking for help. Y'all come look. And she's spraying the baby.
And he's laughing about it.
They're just throwing you off the bonnet onto the floor there, right?
They drugged me across the car. It was unbelievable.
When you talk to your children about it now, particularly the 8-year-old, what does she say about what happened to you all?
She wants to move out of Chicago. She hates Chicago. And she's afraid of the police.
What, the last people that you should be scared of are the police. They're there to protect you.
You would think so, especially the type of person I was in the community. I was a volunteer and liaison between the community and the police to bring unity and support. Try to help both sides understand one another and get along. But in that role, I got treated like nothing.
Following the incident, Catherine was prosecuted on charges including aggravated battery, assault, and 2 counts of attempted murder. She was found guilty of reckless conduct. All other charges were dropped.
And all she did was pull in her driveway to go into her home. That's all she did. And all that.
Really, nigga?
This is crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
That's all she did.
Really, nigga?
Come on, man. That is enraging. Like my heart rate up right now.
And she's a pastor. She is a pastor. May I add? That's crazy to me. Y'all, we got to do something. I don't know what it is that we're going to do. I don't have the answer. But what I do know is me and Jason ain't going to stop talking about this shit. I do know
that part.
Because the more we talk about it, maybe somebody clean up these streets.
What you got to say, Frank?
I'm gonna say something. I just want y'all to think about this right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? This could have been done. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm glad you brought this up. If I can get 1 million people together to talk about this situation, right? But not 1 million people put out $100, but not $50, and $100 turns to $100 million, and you take that and start your own economy and change the law yourself. You see what I'm saying?
100.
Oh, yep, 100%.
For $100, you got a million people together. You know how you can get these mini-man march and all this stuff together, you know what I'm saying? You know, to get out here and march, you know what I'm saying? You know, and start an uproar about the situation that they are controlling and, you know, for the laws they're abusing, you know what I'm saying, to cover their dirt, how they really actually is behind closed doors, but really out here in society. And, you know, the darkness that they still do to us, you know what I'm saying? If you want to change something, it's going to take us to come together,
Yep.
put our money together, build our own economy, and buy our own land, and invest in our own NFTs and our own cryptocurrency and all this stuff to change all this stuff because we'll have control over us. You see what I'm saying?
Facts. Yes, I completely understand.
Start putting out the pocket. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody got to take a chance. It's some people out there that micromanage. You know what I'm saying? Some people out there, you know what I'm saying, that go to school for this. There's some folks out there that are hungry, that willing to learn this. You know what I'm saying? Just like you got people incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm going to have all these people out here discussing this, we got to start spending money to make stuff happen. Saying, well, I'm spending money to get on the interview.
You are so right. You know, just because you in there, that don't mean you dumb, damn it. I tell you that much. It seems like you know a lot.
Yeah, I do. I'm telling you what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take that. It ain't saying that we want war with y'all. We're saying that we want our own mind. We want our own life.
There it is. We want our own. It doesn't take much to have our own.
Yeah.
It don't take much at all. It don't take much at all. I actually had motivation already planned, which is what you guys see right now. But I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Let me see if I can find it. And Jason, I know you got to go. But somebody sent me something. Here it is right here. Is this it? Yep, this is it. So I'm going to play this for our motivation. No one knows who this man is. I don't know who this man is. I'm going to say this motivation called I Want to Encourage. We're going to say that for Friday, y'all. But the conversation that we just had just now just brought me to this.
First you tell us it's manly to keep your word. All right? If you are a man, you keep your word. And now all that the black people in this country are demanding, and even the black people in the whole world are demanding, is that you keep your word. You told us we were free. Well, then show us that we're free. You told us that there is justice, equality for all in this country. Well, then stick to your word and let us see the justice and equality for all. Or else admit to us that you're not a man. You're a worm. You're afraid of us. You're afraid to give us equal stand. You're afraid that if you give us equal ground, that we will match you and we will override you. And if that's what you're afraid of us, then tell us that just what you're afraid of. But don't keep hiding it from us and holding this up to us. And every time we ask you for something, you give us a little bit of something. And it's all tokenism. We don't want tokenism. And there are most black men in this world that don't want charity. And yet still every time we ask you for something, you give us a little piece, a little piece. You're playing games with us. We're not children. We're big men. I've seen my father have to put up with all kinds of stuff. He was a big man. He raised a family. He went down south, and he had to go around to the back door with his wife. We're not asking for anything. We're not asking for any favors. All we want is what's ours. Now, there are many black veterans who are coming back, and they're mad. They're angry. Do you think that they're going to sit down through this? Our fathers didn't have the knowledge that we have. They sat through it. But there are other black youth that are not going to sit through it. We know about Che. We know about Fanon. We've read the books of our revolution. We've listened to Mao and his quotations. We know where we stand. We're not going to sit for it. We're asking, and if we ask and we don't get, we're prepared to stand up and take it. If I ask a man, I tell a man I am hungry. I tell him I am cold. And I ask him to do something about my condition. And this man holds a loaf of bread right in front of me so I can see it. And I keep asking him, I'm begging him to please give me a slice of the loaf of bread. I am hungry. then it is known by every psychologist that the next step in the progression is I am going to knock them upside the head and take the bread from them. I'm not going to starve to death. All we're asking, no one wants to see blood. No one likes the smell of blood. No one wants war. Anyone who's been in war doesn't want war. Everyone knows what it is to see the inside of a man's gut hanging out and see your friends die, see relatives die. No one wants to regress back to the state of mind where you have to think it's all for the cause, therefore my mother has to die, my wife has to die, my brothers and sisters have to die. No one wants that. But you're pushing us to it. You're leaving us no choice. We're asking, we're begging. The students up at Columbia, they ask. The brothers down south ask. The brothers in Latin America, the brothers in Africa, they're all asking. All they're doing is asking. Our fathers asked. Our grandfathers asked. The presidents of our universities, our colleges had to go to your back doors to beg that their children be given just enough money so that they could be taught something to live off. And yet still they ask and ask and ask, and you refuse to give them anything. Now, we're just about out of patience. We're not going to ask anymore. The news media says that it's only the young that are militant, only the young that want this and want that. Okay, but we're 40% of the black population now. Or we were a year ago, and still yet we're climbing. Before long, we'll be 50%, 55%, and then we'll have the command. We're not going to take it. We're not going to take sitting in rotten parks and in places that just aren't fit for living. We're not going to take it. There's a limit to a man's patience, and everyone knows that God, Christ, heaven, everyone knows that what we're asking is not $1 million. What we're asking for is humanity. We're asking to be allowed to live like human beings. And God, you tell us that this is too much to ask. You're sick. You're definitely sick. How can you tell me that it's too much to ask to be a human being?
All right. Hey.
Well, definitely.
I think that was very powerful for tonight.
That's deep. That's deep.
Very, very deep. I just want to say, because I know Jason has to get out of here, I want to say, hey, Jerica. I want to, first of all, thank each and every one of you for joining. I can't see everybody in IG. Hey, IG world. I love y'all. Hey, YouTube world. I love y'all too. I want to do some shout outs right quick, Jason. My mommy, Mama Peach, was in the building. Josette was in the building. DY was in the building. Veronica was in the building. Antonio Reeves. Them your peoples, right? Frank, Antonio.
Oh, definitely.
Yep, Antonio was on here watching. He said, "What's good, everybody? What's good?" We had Karen in the building.
That's one of the guys that mentored me when I was young, right?
He said he's one of the guys that what?
Mentored me when I was young from the streets where they had been incarcerated, right?
Oh, he misinformed you.
No, I think he's the one that mentored me, right?
Oh, mentors you. Yeah, okay, Antonio, thank you for mentoring him.
Exactly. He owned his own truck company service, right?
Oh, okay. He owned a truck company.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Antonio, get at me. Get at me so we can have you on the show as a black-owned business owner. So get at me. Yes. We had Karen in the building. Jess Johnson was in the building. We got Jerica in the building. We got so many more in the building. But those are the ones that commented tonight. Once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. Jason, please drop your peaches.
Yes, you already know what it is, man. I appreciate this show 100%. I am the owner operator of Best LLC, where we do some crazy great things. I have 3 different podcasts, one being CTV Radio, Catch This Vibe Radio, Best Radio, Being Empowered starts today. And then last but not least is Rad Bad Stay at Home Dad podcast. So where we just sit down and talk about a ton of great content. I will be reaching out to you, my friend, and talking to you about what your music sound like on CTV radio. So Frank, you'll be hearing from me not too much later here. I got your contact so we can set you up with another interview just to get everything moving and grooving. But tap in with me, Jason Easterlin, on here on Facebook, and you can find everything from there.
Now, Frank, where can they find you at? Drop your peaches.
Okay, I'm gonna say it like this. At FL 43rd on Instagram. You can find me on Triller up on Black Rock Entertainment Sunday 8. You can find me on Twitch. Which I opened up my own live stream on there. I'm trying to anyway.
You're doing it.
On the Black Rock Sunday 8. And you can find me on Facebook up on the Chance 40.
Chance
40. My new album on all platforms called Frank Matthews, Conviction of Power Move. It dropped January the 8th on all platforms international wise.
All right. He is on all platforms, y'all. Frank Matthews with 2 T's and Matthews.
And mind you, again, ladies and gentlemen, he is doing this while he is serving a life sentence with parole June 5th, 2027. So my man is fully behind bars and fully making moves like a boss should be doing. So hats off to you, King.
Release date in 2027. So hopefully we'll be able to hear from him. Say that again.
Might be out before then.
That's a blessing if it does. That's a blessing.
Yes. He might be out before then, he said, you guys. So be checking for him. And you all know where you can find me at under Peachy Tea Time. Time is spelled with the Y on all my platforms. YouTube, Facebook, IG, Spotify. You can find me on all platforms, okay? And also, I want to make this clear before we get off of here. Jason, I know you got to go, but I want to make this clear. I was very nervous about doing this show. Jason knows that. Frank knows that. I was very, very nervous because I did not want anyone to feel like I was, and I'm be honest, I didn't want anyone to feel like I'm defending a murderer, okay? But I want to say this. Frank has been in there since the age of 19 years old. He is now 43 years old. There's no one in God's green earth that can make me believe that Frank is the same person that he was when he went in.
I'm not sure the same person from yesterday.
Exactly. So I definitely want to lend my platform to him so that he can come on here and let everyone know, the struggles that he goes through, the challenges that he goes through, and also the positive thing, the positive side of everything, as far as him being incarcerated. Also to let everyone know, the young people out there know that this is the consequence behind taking the wrong path in life. This is the consequences. But at the same time, Frank is human. He's human. No matter how you look at it, he's still human. He still have the right to have his voice heard. And Frank, I really hope that you was happy with this interview. I did not want you to feel like we were against you in no way, shape, or form, because we're not here to judge. We are not here to judge. We are here to loan you our platform so that you can tell your story. So I appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
I really, really appreciate you. And I would love to have you back on our platform again.
I'm ready. Whenever you need, I'm ready.
All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. And once again, I thank you all for joining us tonight. We will catch you on Friday. Yes, this Friday with me and my husband for Peachy Talks. Our first show with just the two of us. Jessica is no longer with Peachy Talks. We love her. She decided that she's going to go ahead and go back to school to become an attorney. And also she started a full-time job. So she got a lot going on. So it's down to me and my husband. We're going to be talking about love and relationships, marriage, all that good stuff, all that good stuff. So make sure you tune in on Friday. This Friday, we will be talking about Pastor Divine Franklin, along with his now what would you call it? Soon to be ex-wife, Megan Good. And we're gonna put out the question, the topic, is divorce an option? Is divorce an option? And that's what me and my husband will be talking about on Friday. So make sure y'all tune in. Thank you guys for showing up tonight. I love you. I love you. I love you. And you know how we got to end this show with my baby. Here we go. Thank you, Frank.
Appreciate you, Frank.
Most definitely.
All right, here we go. Definitely. Not a problem at all. Thank you so much. Here we go.
Return, Peachy return. Peachy return, Peachy return, Peachy return.